Powell makes two really important remarks which could tell us a little bit about the future of the economy in 2024. Let's talk about it. Hello everybody, Joe Warbeck coming at you. And this week, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, Jerome Powell, made two very important remarks which could tell us a lot about what is going to happen in the economy and in the stock market in 2024. Number one, he came out and he said, yes, I am done raising interest rates. I'm not going to raise rates anymore. I feel like the economy has gotten to a point where we don't need to keep messing with it in order to keep inflation down. Now, he was weary and he didn't say that 100% inflation was going to come down, but he said he felt like he was done raising interest rates. But more importantly, in that exact same talk, he did say that he will be lowering rates in 2024. Now, I'm not sure if he has been that upfront about his plans to lower rates, but he came out and said he will be lowering rates in 2024. So that's good news on two fronts. Number one, we knew this, but just to have him reconfirm he's done raising interest rates is important. But number two, to actually hear him say that he's going to begin lowering interest rates this year is huge. They've been talking about it. There's been information leaked out there, but to hear him actually say that is big. Now, what this means if he actually begins to lower interest rates is that we are going to see a very rapid response in the fixed rate environment, which means if you have money in CDs, now might be a time to start locking them in for a little bit longer period of time, because as soon as he's done lowering interest rates, we are going to see CD rates drop pretty quickly, and we'll see money market accounts fall as well. I also believe we're going to see mortgage rates, which have begun to come back. They went up a little bit, they came back down, they went back up. Now they've fallen back down below 7%. But I think the minute Powell starts cutting interest rates, we will see mortgage rates fall precipitously. But his second remark is a bit crazy, and I'm actually shocked that he made it. He came out and said, we will see bank failures this year. Now, he was very specific about which banks would be failing. He said these are going to be small to mid-sized banks. And he said the failures were due to the fact that offices are having a hard time keeping tenants, which means the owners of those office buildings are having a hard time paying their debt, which means the banks that have extended those loans could face a lot of defaults, and this could cause a few small to mid-sized banks to fail in 2024. So to actually hear someone say ahead of time that we are going to have bank failures, I don't know if that's ever happened, but he's upfront about it, and he's asking these small to mid-sized banks to be honest with the Fed and tell them if they're having problems so the Fed can work with them now and help fix those problems. Now, he was very specific to say this is only small to mid-size and not the large, too big to fail banks that we saw back in 2008. So pretty interesting that we know we're going to have bank failures. And I think knowing ahead of time is a lot better than being surprised by it. Now, the stock market is doing well. The S&P 500 is up almost 9% for the year. The NASDAQ is up over 10% for the year. We are seeing a nice gradual climb, a few percentage points up, 1 or 2 percentage points back, and then a few percentage points up again, which I like to see. It's not just a mad rush to the top. So seeing that great of a return in the beginning, in just the first quarter of 2024, we're just coming to the end of the first quarter of 2024, and to have close to 10% returns already in this year, and then to hear those positive remarks from Powell helps me to feel that this could be a great year for the stock market and for the economy. And along with the high returns we're seeing in the stock market, I also could see them going a little bit higher this year because corporate profits have maintained at levels we have never seen in the history of this country. Pre-COVID, we're almost up 50% higher than what we saw before COVID happened. So that means corporations are making 50% more money still today. Now, not as high as they did in 2021, 2022, but it's still at levels we've never seen. And that's going to keep driving the stock market up. As long as corporations are profitable, stock market returns should continue to rise. On top of all that other information, the CEO Outlook Index, which charts how CEOs of major companies feel about the future of their companies, has recently jumped above its average and is climbing, which tells me the people who are in the know, the people who are leading these companies, feel very strongly that the future looks good for their company, which means it looks good for you. If you've seen my videos before, you know I tend to travel, and maybe you're trying to figure out where in the world is Joe Warbeck right now, and it's not going to be easy to guess, but I want you to leave a comment down below. Don't cheat, don't read the comments, but I'm going to give you 3 clues that'll help you figure out where I am, what island in the world am I currently on. And number one, a very famous, a world famous person visited this island a long time ago. I'm not going to tell you who that is. Maybe I'll flash a picture up here. Number two, this is one of the only places in the world where you can, and I have, snorkeled with sea turtles. You can do that many places. With sea lions, I think you can do that in a lot of places, but where the one animal that you can't easily snorkel with are penguins, and I did have a chance to snorkel with penguins here. The other animal that I was able to snorkel with, and maybe have heard about these before, but this might give it away too, is the Sally Lightfoot crab, and that crab is endemic to this island. You're not going to find that anywhere else. Maybe you figured it out, maybe you know where I am, but the third and easiest clue is we did get to witness a volcanic eruption. So if you've been watching the news and you know where there's a volcano erupting, you know where I am currently. It's pretty cool to see the lava flowing down the side of the mountain. So if you know where I am, leave a comment down below. If you like videos like this, make sure you subscribe for future videos. Check out some of my other videos. Leave a comment about the video. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And as always, I'll see you next time.